With the Fantastic Four 4 days away, I've come up with the 4. Yes, 4.
Say that again?
Things that I need, absolutely need from this Fantastic Four movie, or I'm gonna consider it an absolute flop, the worst thing the MCU has dropped since What If Season 2. I'm exaggerating. I don't think anything could be worse than What If Season 2. I'm not gonna lie. Number 1 for me, they're in a different universe. Show that motherfucker off, bruh! This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Marvel to start anew in a different universe and actually get to show it off. Let me see some fancy old retro cars, if you know what I'm saying. Let me see the buildings look different, the clothing, the way people talk. I want everything to feel different from the MCU that we have, which is pretty much just our reality with superheroes. A lot of the early reviews for Fantastic Four said that this movie is a visual feast, so I'm hoping that visual feast includes some of that 60s retro aspects of the movie, you know what I'm saying? Number 2, I want the main 4 to prove the doubters wrong. Now granted, I haven't really seen that much scrutiny when it comes to the Things casting. I mean, come on, it's Ebon Moss. He does his thing in everything he's in. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, and especially Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm has gotten so much scrutiny, so much hate, you know what I'm saying? I've gotten so much scrutiny, so much backlash, so much people talking about, oh, they're too old, oh, they don't fit the characters whatsoever. Before we even saw them in the suits, before we even saw them on screen, before we saw any footage. So I want them to go in here acting their ass off, and I want them to prove everyone wrong, that they're able to not only play these characters, but become these characters. I want Pedro Pascal to be in his acting bag, you feel what I'm saying? I want him to be Scientist of the Year, while also having a little bit of charm to him, you feel what I'm saying? I want Vanessa Kirby to be the Sue Storm that everybody wants her to be. And of course, I think Joseph Quinn is going to kill it as Johnny Storm. And everybody's going to leave the theater like, huh, I wasn't expecting that Johnny Storm to be so cool, but he was cool as hell. Big thing for me that the MCU has gotten away from is final boss-like villains. Galactus is their chance to bring them back. I need Galactus to feel like, I want him to feel like one of those final bosses in a video game that keep gaining health every time you beat it. You feel what I'm saying? You're like, this nigga isn't dead yet? I want him to feel like he's impenetrable. I want him to feel like he's untouchable. I want him to feel like he's larger than life. They already said that they changed the aspect screens whenever Galactus is on screen, so I want them to do that and more. You feel what I'm saying? Anytime Galactus is on screen, I want niggas to go like he's Godzilla or something. After this movie, I should leave the theater going, damn, I really hope Galactus doesn't come to the main MCU universe because they would be screwed. They'd be screwed. Number 4 for me, I think this is probably the least likely outcome, so I'm going to put a 5th one as an honorable mention, but I want them to lose, not going to lie, I want them to lose bad. As I said before, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the MCU to do something new with a whole different universe, you feel what I'm saying? Why not have the Fantastic Four lose, have Galactus eat this universe up like a bowl of cereal, and have them make their way over to the X-Men universe and to our universe? I know this is the least likely outcome because the Fantastic Four is their first time being shown in the MCU. Do we really want them to go out with a loss? Even though it's technically not a loss. I mean, what the fuck they're gonna do is Galactus, but still. Which is why I do think the most likely outcome is they find a way to tell that nigga Galactus, hey, go to a different universe, and maybe they trap him in the negative zone or something like that, which is why I'm gonna need that post-credit scene to be our first tease at RDJ's Doctor Doom. I already know confirmed that there's 2 Fantastic Four post-credit scenes and that they were both directed by the Russo brothers. So that's telling me that we're going to get a major Doomsday tease, and that leads me to believe it's either going to be Doctor Doom or it's going to be the Fantastic Four showing up to the X-Men's universe. It would not surprise me if the ship that showed up at the end of the Thunderbolts is Franklin Richards and they sent him in the pod by himself, and the whole Fantastic Four ended up in the X-Men's universe instead. Or it wouldn't surprise me if they ended up splitting the Fantastic Four instead, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak too much though, I think that's a theory video for a different day, but let me know what y'all need in the Fantastic Four in order to consider this movie a success, man. Let's talk about it in the comments down below, because you know we gotta talk about it. Simple.